Hello everyone, welcome back to the kitchen table. Today on the kitchen table, no prizes for guessing what we're going to be talking about. Yes, we have a real, genuine, consumer ready version Typhoon H on the kitchen table, which is marvellous. And we're going to do a series of videos over the next few days as I get to grips with it. There's been a lot of interest in it. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of a deep dive. We'll start with a kind of a, first impressions, what comes in with the box, look and feel, build quality kind of thing. Before we go any further, of course, it's the kitchen table. Those who are regulars and subscribers and patrons will know that this is my genuine kitchen table, and when we're discussing drones, especially in the evening as we are today, I like to have a beverage. And we have this Argentinian Cabernet Sauvignon from 2014 called Mora Vista. That's very pleasant indeed, so cheers. Right, I better move that out of the way. So Yuneec UK have sent through one of the first Typhoon H's, the consumer ready packs in the UK to me to have a look at on the kitchen table, which is very kind of them. Thank you very much to Yuneec UK. But as with anything that gets sent to me, it's got to be done in the kitchen table way, which means they don't get to see the videos in advance, they don't get to tell me what to say. There's no input from them at all, really. The product's got to stand by itself. So what I'm going to do is just cut away, because I don't think we need to see the full cardboard outer. I'll get rid of that. We'll just bring out what's inside. So here you go. This is what's inside. Now this is the sort of base model. This is the one that's retailing in the UK at £1,099. So this isn't the one that comes with the backpack case, and this is the kind of the entry level pack, I guess. So in this one, unlike sort of DJI do the kind of cardboard, don't they, the cardboard insert for their Phantoms, or at least they did on the 3s and the 2s. They've gone for this, Yuneec have gone for this kind of expanded kind of polystyrene affair, and it actually is quite a nice, neat little unit. So we're going to have a look at what comes including the kit. Now this is the pre-order version, so it does come with the Wizard, which we'll talk about. But I just thought we'd have a look, because obviously one of the things that people will compare is the sort of the quality of presentation and packaging and everything to the DJI, because this is what they're trying to compete with. So far, first impressions are very good. Everything's in its place. USB cable and SD card is in the lid. What's nice about it is in the SD card contains the full user manual on SD card in there. As well as some sort of introductory videos apparently, and so on and so forth. Don't know, haven't watched them. Will do after I've done this. And let's have a look. What else do we get in this pack? So battery charger. It has a USB out, so you can charge the transmitter or anything else, to be honest. And the batteries clip in on the top, and that's that. One nice touch is obviously it comes with a transformer for the flavour of mains electricity that you've got in your region, and comes with a plug for that. But what's a nice touch is included at no extra charge is 12-volt adapter for charging on the go. So that's nice. That comes there. What else do we have? Here's the mains power lead and a multi-point harness for the transmitter. Not a harness, let's call that a neck strap. But your standard kind of fair silver coloured kind of fixings and that kind of webbing material. That's all good. The battery, 5400 milliamp hour 4S. Almost completely encased, just a couple of bits still outstanding, and it's a latch in, and then to remove it you've got this kind of lift up handle that detaches. It's quite a nice thing. Obviously sits in there to be charged. What else do we have in here? Okay, so because this is the pre-order, this also comes with what they call the Wizard, which I don't know anything about, but I'll be interested to find. This is a one-handed kind of operation. It's got its own GPS in it, and effectively you can direct the drone in the air by gestures. It's almost, I guess, a bit like kind of following a laser pointer, except of course it just has accelerometers in there and does that. But that comes free on their sort of pre-order special, certainly with Yuneec in the UK. I'm not sure if it was anywhere else in the world that they were offering that, but you can obviously buy it standalone if it's something that you want. I'll have a look into this and see what it's about and maybe demonstrate it later on next week or whenever we get some flight time, and you can decide if it's something you want. That obviously comes with some straps. It comes with its own USB, because the world doesn't have enough USB leads. And a waterproof, or at least water resist. I don't know, it's got a double fold over. A water resistant pouch for, I guess you strap it to your arm and go swimming or kayaking, or who knows. What else? We obviously get props. Funnily enough, we need those. You get 10 props, so you get a full set of 6, and then you get 2 spares of each A and B prop to get you going. And these are quite stiff compared to DJI props. They're also quite obviously smaller and a different pitch. You can see the difference. They're not massively smaller than a Phantom prop in length, but in terms of width and pitch, very different. Whereas the Phantoms are kind of self-tightening with a thread, these ones have a kind of a latching mechanism. But yeah, very sharp and stiff compared to the sort of the DJI material. So it'd be interesting to see what that kind of sounds like, what performance we get out of those. I'm doing this way because you have to remove everything else to get the drone out. I'm not just laboriously giving you the tour of what's in there for no reason. This is a sunshade for the transmitter, which of course has a built-in 7-inch screen. So they give you this, which kind of quite neatly folds into itself. That's quite cool. Quick start guide, kind of cheat sheet on the color codes of what the LEDs mean, and a guide on the wizard, and sort of various kind of quick start and don't fly it anywhere stupid material that is very important to read. Then we have, this is the ST16 beast of a transmitter unit. This basically says if you remove this, anything you do is your fault, because you're implying you've read the instructions and you know what you're doing, and you shouldn't be flying too close to people or buildings or anything else. So I think we can agree to that and remove that. So you've got basically an Intel powered 7-inch tablet, Android built in, fully functioning Android tablet. Apparently you can play games on it and get your emails and watch YouTube videos if you're that desperate. But it's a really nice unit. I mean, all this switch gear is pretty kind of, it has a kind of aviation feel to it. It's an impressive unit. The weight is, reassuringly solid. One thing people wanted to know, and before I forget, I will mention it, for all you modders out there who want to go a little bit further than standard SMA type connectors. So, no more taking them. If you want to mod this one, you don't have to take the back off and solder it up and, do all that kind of stuff. You can just basically unscrew and screw and swap and change easily. Buttons on here, sliders on the back, nice touch, little carry handle to carry it around. Rechargeable, but also with swappable battery pack. So if you're going to be out in the field for a while, you can choose to buy a spare of those and take a fully charged one. And then on the back, we've got wheels, sliders for tilt and for tortoise and hare, which basically allows you to sort of go into a very slow beginner type mode, or for getting smoother shots, and then the hare mode will give you the full performance of the aircraft. That's just, I've got an even better impression of this seeing a factory fresh one. The one I saw when I went to visit Yuneec UK's headquarters a month or so ago back was, had been well loved. So to see this all shiny and everything else, and already I'm getting fingerprints on it. But of course, it's got that important undercarriage up and down. So that's great. So far, you know, build quality and plastics quality, you know, if I'm being honest, no, it's not up to the spec of DJI. The plastics don't quite have that same feel, but in terms of the build, the fit and the finish, the joint lines and everything, it's up there. And some nice little touches, you know, things like the handle, the fact that it's, you know, we can recharge it via USB or via an adapter. We've got HDMI out, you know, it's all there. So let's get the beast out itself, shall we? Nice and snug in there. Have I got everything? I have. So this is the Typhoon H itself. Again, I've had a look, and it's just nicely put together. You know, the joints are all good. The carbon fiber looks nice. Everything's quite pleasingly done. You just snick the prop arms up and we're ready to go. You know, easily able to be held on one. It's got a reassuring kind of feel to it. The carbon fiber is very nice. Gimbal clamp and cover is a very straightforward affair compared to some on the market. You just pull it off. There's your dual purpose. And of course, as we know, modular gimbal will come off. Forward sonar for obstacle detection. And that's the H. What comes in the back? This, as I said, this is the base model. I have to say, you can't knock the look of it. It does have a certain look about it, and childish as it may be, there is something about hitting that retract button and watching those go up. But it's obviously that's going to be key for a lot of people, is how does it perform with its, you know, full 360 gimbal. What sort of controls have you got in there? How do the extras like the cable cam mode and the follow me mode work? We need to delve into all that. So what I'm going to do in the next video is, obviously I need to charge everything up, and then I'm going to delve into this beast, because I think that's one of the more, ironically, it's almost as important as the aircraft, because I think this is an impressive piece of kit, and the tablet being built in, I want to see if the user interface and everything else. So we'll delve into that when I've charged it all up. Any questions that you've got that you want to find out or you want me to look into while I'm doing all the run-throughs and stuff, put them in the description below, or send me an email, or, you know, if you're a channel patron, drop me a line there. However you want to get hold of me, that's not a problem, and I'll do my best to try and, you know, find out the answers if I don't know, or actively go and look. But there we go. The Typhoon H is in the UK. There are 4 of them in the UK as of today. I have 1. There is a large batch which will cover the pre-orders on its way into the UK next week, and then a week after that there's another batch of product coming in, as well as loads of spares, so props and extra batteries and other bits and pieces. But there we go. Typhoon H looking good so far. Really positive impressions. Lots of things were the same in the preview prototype model that I saw at Yuneec. We've still got the nice braided and protected wiring inside. You know, there's a reassuring kind of solidity, but an ease to those hinge mechanisms. You can't really go wrong, and yeah, a nice touch. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time with it now and have a deeper read into the instructions and all that sort of stuff, and then in the next one we'll get into some of the more interesting features. There we go. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Thanks for all your support. I hope that's been an interesting first look. I will see you again soon, back on the kitchen table with more from the Yuneec Typhoon H. Until then, cheers.